but if this item could be taken up and heard in 10 minutes, I'd sure appreciate it. So, Supervisor Smith, you're the sponsor?
Yes, thank you very much. This is a very, very important project that links our coastal monuments in with a collaboration with Bureau of Land Management and the National Geographic Society, and I've attended some presentations that have highlighted what they've done in the state of Arizona and other regions, and this is a great partnership, and it's something that has been supported by our governor, and ultimately this geotourism project should span the entire coastal section of California, but they, with I think some wisdom, decided to start at the northern part of the state instead of the southern and work way down, highlighting what we can do to promote tourism with this geotourism component as a way to really move forward. So it's more than ecotourism, and I think we're going to hear a presentation that will highlight what the major components of geotourism are, and it's really a great partnership, and it's working really, really well. So Bureau of Land Management is here to present.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Board, for allowing us this opportunity. My name is Marcia DeChadnade. I'm the Partnership and Outreach Coordinator for the California Coastal National Monument. That monument is managed by the BLM. We are working on this project in partnership with the National Geographic Center for Sustainable Destinations. National Geographic's participation is funded almost wholly by the California Ocean Protection Council, whose interest is in the salmon and watersheds of your region. We are also working in partnership closely with the 5 coastal county tourism organizations and also the support of the BLM Ukiah and Arcata field offices. This project is, as Supervisor Smith said, is very similar to map guide projects that National Geographic Center for Sustainable Destinations has managed thus far successfully, very successfully, in Vermont, Montana, Appalachia, Arizona, Canada, Mexico, Peru, Madagascar, Guatemala, and others since 2001. The parameters and the intent are to acknowledge stakeholders and promote stewardship for public lands, addressing the goals of individual unique communities. With this project, it involves the BLM as facilitators working with the local communities to identify and define features they see as critical to authenticity and sense of place. What must be preserved? This map guide project plans the landscape to be managed for sustainable tourism. You may have heard of geotourism. This is the specific definition that came about in 1998 by Jonathan Turtelot of National Geographic. It deals with environment, culture, aesthetics, heritage, and the well-being of its residents. You all are probably familiar with ecotourism. Ecotourism was a feature that was touted and worked with in most of the 90s and did not work wholly for regions around the world because it was specific to only preservation of the natural resources and did not deal with the landscape as it is defined by the communities. But it's part of this project. It's part of geotourism, as is sightseeing, local cuisine, agritourism, indigenous tourism, heritage tourism, and cultural tourism, all the features that create a sense of place that you know exist in your region. National Geographic created this geotourism charter, set of principles by which they were to go about facilitating, helping communities sustain the authenticity of place, and they were to help promote those regions with those communities. These principles, as you see it here, are specifically what the community has identified, what they want to be known. That's the community involvement and community benefits part. In this area, it is obviously your phenomenal scenery, the local cuisine, wineries, fish-friendly farming, Victorian architecture, agricultural festivals, educational opportunities that illuminate and tell the story of the traditional occupations of the area, fishing and the lumber industry and dairies. All these things that work for the long term, that work for identifying your region for the 100-year term as opposed to the 5-year term, which is more of what outside developers work with when they're going for your landscape. So this map guide process is designed specifically to address those principles. It has local definition and partnership. It's overseen by regional representatives of national, federal land managers, and also your tourism reps, also your local businesses. The intent is to protect the resource. It acknowledges that tourism will occur. You know it will occur, and that's what a lot of people are afraid of. We've heard that in a lot of our outreach, that people are concerned. But it puts the management into the hands of those most invested in preserving their landscapes. It's a